So welcome to part 2. Now we're going to be starting the bottom fan design. So we're going to flip it anyway, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to insert our hook into one of these corners. And then the first thing that we're going to do along the entire bottom is just do single crochet. Since we have these side double crochets, we're just going to go ahead and put 2 single crochets into each of these side double crochets. Once we get to these loops, go ahead and just put 1 single crochet into every loop. And then I'll meet you once we reach the end. Once we single crocheted along the entire bottom, now we're going to do 1 row of loops. So these are going to be kind of similar to the ones that we did on the sleeve. So we're going to chain up 5, flip our work, and then we're going to be counting out 4. Go ahead and insert your hook into that 4th loop with a single crochet. And we're going to do that all the way across. So we just reached the end of our first row of loops, and I'll show you how to do the last one. So from here, we're going to chain up 3. We're going to prepare for a double crochet. Go ahead and double crochet into that last loop. And this is how we can work our way up to get to the second row. But from here, we're going to chain 5, flip our work, and then we're going to go into the second loop with a single crochet. And then from here, we're going to do another fan, but instead of doing 7 like our sleeves, we're going to be doing 8 double crochet. Now once we have our 8 double crochet, go ahead and go into the next loop with a single crochet, chain 5, go into the next loop with a single crochet, and then do another fan. And we're going to continue doing this pattern of 1 loop in between each fan all the way down. So once we're finished with our first row of fans, or our second row for the bottom border, now we're going to be working on the expansion like how we did on the sleeve. So we should end somewhere like this. If you don't, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. It'll all look fine. But once we get here, we're going to chain up 4. The first 3 count as a double crochet. We're going to flip our work, prepare for a double crochet, go ahead and double crochet once into every loop that we have with a chain 1 in between into the fan. Once we have the expansion finished, we should have 8 double crochet, and then we do have 1 loop in between our fans. So from here, we're just going to chain 1, single crochet once into that loop that's in between the fans, chain 1, and then do more of the expansion. We're going to do this all the way down. Once when you're done doing the fan expansion, now we're just going to do a row of loops. So from here, we're going to chain 5, flip our work, and then just like in the sleeve, we're going to be single crocheting in between the second and third double crochet into the fan expansion. And then we're going to keep making a chain of 5 and keep double crocheting into every other 2 double crochet. And then once when we get to where the 2 fan expansions meet, as you can see, we have 2 double crochet here, 2 double crochet on the next fan expansion. We aren't going to do anything here. We're just going to chain another 5. And then skip these 2 on this side, and then skip the other 2 on this side, and just have 1 bigger loop in between the 2 fan expansions. Just like that. And we're going to keep doing this all the way down. Once we reach the end of this row of just normal loops, we're going to do another one of those chain a couple and then double crochet just so we can go back up from that loop. So we're going to chain 2, prepare for a double crochet. We're going to insert our hook into this loop that we have, into this chain 3 that we did in the last row. Just like that, and this counts as a loop as well. And from here, we're going to be doing the same thing that we did for the fans, but I'm going to show you how to do in the edges so that it remains straight instead of having it taper in. So from here, since we ended off like this, we're going to chain up 3, flip your work, and the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And since we've been doing an 8 double crochet fan, we're going to be putting 4 double crochet into this loop that we're in. And once when we have this 4, we're going to single crochet into this next loop, and then we're going to do another chain 5 into this next loop. And then once when we get into these bigger loops into the fan extensions that we've been doing, you're going to go ahead and put 8 double crochet and start off your fans again, and we're going to keep doing that all the way down. So we have 1 more loop left in this row, and we're going to do 1 more half fan. So we're just going to be putting 4 double crochet into this last loop. So once we have this, we're going to start working on the fan expansions now. So from here, we're going to chain up 4. The first 3 count as a double crochet. We're going to flip our work, prepare for a double crochet, go ahead and double crochet once into every loop that we have with a chain 1 in between. Once we're done with this half expansion, go ahead and chain up 1, single crochet into the next loop, chain 1, and then continue doing fan expansions all the way down. Once we're done with our fan expansions, we are going to do another row of just loops, going in between every other 2 double crochet with a chain 5 and a single crochet. And then we are going to do all of this one more time. So for our third set of fans, I'm just going to talk you through how to do it because I'm sure you guys already know. But once we get here, obviously we have these big gaps in between our fan expansions. This is where our 8 double crochets are going to go with 1 loop in between. Do that all the way down, and then we're going to do a fan expansion just like that. And then I'll meet you back when we're done. So we just finished doing our 3 rows of fans, and the last row that I did was a row of fan expansions. So the last thing that we have to do on the bottom border is just make bulbs in between the fan expansions. So how we do that is we're going to chain up 1, flip our work, and then we're going to go into the first gap that we have in between these 2 double crochet. We're going to put 1 single crochet, chain up 3, and then do another single crochet into the same loop. And then let's do it one more time into the next loop, single crochet, chain up 3, single crochet into the same loop. And we have 2 bulbs, and we're going to keep doing this all the way down. Once we're done with our row of bulbs, now we're going to just put a row of single crochet from this end right to where the back band meets. And then since these are all side double crochets, I'm just going to be putting 2 single crochets into each of these loops that we have. So go ahead and chain up 1 and put 2 single crochet into each of the loops. Once we've met the back band, we're going to go ahead and insert our loop and then connect it with a slip stitch, chain up 1 and cut. So once we have that, now we're going to be working on the back loops where we're going to be able to tie this in. So we're actually going to go back to where this bulb was, back into this corner, insert our hook, and we're just going to be doing single crochet once into every loop that we have until we get to the top of this back band right here. Now that we have that second row of single crochet, now we're just going to be working on the loops. So we're going to chain up 3, flip our work, this counts as a double crochet, and we're going to be putting 2 more double crochet into the next 2 loops. So in total, now we have 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to prepare for a double crochet. We're going to be skipping the next 2 loops, inserting our double crochet into the 3rd loop, just like that. And then we're going to be doing another set of 3 double crochet. And we're going to keep doing this all the way down. And now that I'm done with this row of making the loops, mine ended on just 1 double crochet instead of a set of 3 double crochet. That is totally fine. We're just going to chain up 1, flip our work, and then from here we're going to single crochet once into every loop that we have, and then once when we get to the end, go ahead and chain and cut. And then once we're done with this, we're going to do this on the other side as well. So after all that, this is what we should have so far. Now we're just going to do some scallops along the top. So we're going to take our hook and then we're going to insert it right where the strap meets the cup, right into that corner. We're going to make a slip knot, insert it onto our hook. Then we're going to chain up 1 to secure it. And from here we're going to prepare for a half double crochet, and we're going to count out 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and insert your hook into that 3rd loop with a half double crochet, and then we're going to do a total of 7 half double crochet into the same loop. Now that we have our 7 half double crochet, we're going to count out 3. 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook into that 3rd with a single crochet, and then we're going to count out another 3 and then do another 7 half double crochet, and then we're going to stop right before we meet the middle part. So we're almost at the middle, and now we're going to do a shell instead of a scallop. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then this is going to be where your 2 cups met, and as you can see, you flip over, there's going to be a seam. You're just going to try and figure out where the middle is, because there's not going to be an actual middle loop for you. Go ahead and insert your hook, and then you're going to do 3 double crochet into that loop that you just made yourself. Once when you have your 3 double crochet, you're going to chain up 3, and then you're going to slip stitch into the first chain that we just did, and then you're going to prepare for a double crochet. Go ahead and go into the same loop that we were just in with 3 more double crochet, and that is going to be our middle shell. And then now we're just going to continue going back on the other cup, doing more scallops. You're going to go ahead and see where your last scallop was on the last cup, and then you're just going to count up how many loops there are, and then you're going to continue doing it. And then once when you get back to here, go ahead and cut and tie. So we're almost done. Next we're going to flip this over. And then as you can see, we have these corset back tie loops, and from here we're just going to make a chain that can weave in through all these holes that we have, and mine is going to be roughly 50 inches. And once when you made that chain, the last thing that we have to do is weave in all of our ends. Holy cow, this one was a trek, but this is your piece all done up. I'm so thankful for all the requests just like this one. I was so inspired. I decided to do a matching skirt, and that link will be in the description of this video as well, just in case y'all want to see it. And let me know what y'all think of this top. I'm really curious. But anyways, thank you so much for all the support that you've shown me so far. But enough with the sappy stuff. If y'all make this piece, be sure to tag me on Instagram and Twitter, both at TCDDIY. If you haven't already, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all have any questions about the yarn or hooks that I've used in this video, those links will be in the description. And if y'all use those links, I will get a little kickback as well. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.